frozen up in the clouds, but I've always felt that something's missing. That was until I found you right there in the crowd. You came into my life and started a fire. You made me feel like I could touch the sky. Oh.
Welcome to week 4. Week 4? Yes, week 4. Week 4, day 1 of Dopey training. Can't believe it's week 4 already. I feel like time's going by really, really fast. So got out later than I wanted to today. I had it happens. Just gonna take it easy, get my mileage in, not worry on my pace, just because it's hot and I shouldn't push it. So it's not gonna be my fastest miles, and I'm okay with that. At least I'm getting out here. So I will see y'all in a few. Alright, I was gonna stop sooner, but Show Yourself came on, so I had to pump through it, because y'all don't know, that's my favorite Disney character. Gotta take a few seconds while I take a second to breathe and get some shade. Why this grown adult woman has a fascination towards Elsa and Anna and Frozen. So, back in 2013, when Frozen released, right? 2012? I was the person, people are looking at me, I was the person that did not really watch Disney movies, because everybody else kind of was. So I didn't want to, especially like high, like popular ones. I remember I didn't see Princess and the Frog nor Tangled until after Frozen. Like, that's how off sync I. Okay, we've moved. So I started up Frozen and how I didn't like high profile Disney movies. I was a Cinderella, Beauty and the Beast, Little Mermaid, an Aladdin girl, and I couldn't deal with the hype of all these other movies. So my brother forced me to watch it. We were watching Dodgers because we would rarely be able to see Dodgers games, and he was like, well, we're watching Frozen after this. We got it from Redbox. And I was like, I'm not watching like a little kid movie, like it's just not my thing. So he put it on and we watched it, and I remember he pushed play and that first song came on, which was the one where they're picking the ice, and I was like, really, already a Disney song? What's wrong with them? Like, ugh. And then the second song came on, and the third, and then I think it's Let It Go. I should know this. I've watched this movie so many times, but I'm tired. That song comes on, Let It Go, and I was like, okay, fine, like that's a good song. And then the other one came on, and the other one came on, and we were just kind of like, okay, that was actually a really good movie, and so we watched it again the next day, because Redbox gives you more than 24 hours. So we watched it again, and it was like, all of a sudden I was back in Disney, right? I think that was the year I went to Disney World for the first time ever. And then 2014, we went to Disneyland in California, and Frozen, the characters were out, so I waited. Y'all, I kid you not, I waited 3 hours for that picture. And I was so upset because I thought I wouldn't get a picture picture with Elsa, because they were switching out between Anna and Elsa. And I was like, please let it be Elsa, please. And it was Elsa in her blue dress. I was so ecstatic. Like, I was like a little girl, and I was a little embarrassed because people kept looking at me. I was in the line, and I wasn't used to people looking at me because I was in the line. So we're there, and I was like, oh my gosh, like, I was like a little kid. So during our workouts, every single time my brother and I, so he was the one that got me working out, every single time, like, we would put on Let It Go. And so like every time we did our workout, Let It Go would come on, and he said that was his pump up song. When we were like, oh, you know, and you're like 10 more reps, because I think it was T25. You know, no, Sean T, don't play. So we started like sharing Frozen, because he was technically the one that got me back into Disney. And now it all comes together. So he got me into Disney, which got me into running. He got me into my workouts, and he got me into Disney. And that led to me and Run Disney. And I had to think of all the friends that I have now because of it. Sorry. And it just, it held a special place for us. Like, that was our movie. Because he was kind of a teenager growing up, so he didn't really watch movies with me. So we shared Frozen as adults, and when he, you know, passed away, it was really hard, and we go and watch Frozen 2, and Anna goes through the grief of losing her sibling. And I don't think it's different. Losing a sibling is different. You expect to lose certain people at a point in your life before you lose a sibling. So losing a sibling is like you lose your past, your future, and your present. Because they're the ones that you share things with, and they're the ones you can joke about your parents with, right? Because if you joke about your parents with anybody else, it's like, hey, you can't make fun of my parents. Those are my parents. And with your sibling, like, you both share the same parents, so it's like a bond between the two of you. So when they came out with sibling loss and that song, I was bawling in the theater, which is no surprise to anyone, but it just came full circle that Frozen and Frozen 2, like, Frozen was introduced to me by him in fitness, and now I love Run Disney, and I love the Run Disney community, and, you know, journaling, my running helps me to get out here. You know, it's like today, which is scalding hot, because I'm like, hey, I need to do content for people, because it's a tough time right now, and we all need a little push that other people that don't run may not understand why we run, why we're out here sweating, why we pay so much to go to Disney, why a Disney race that gets canceled hurts so much. So Elsa and her kind of realizing that she needs to find out who she is, aside from being like different and not caring, kind of not caring, and Elsa just seeking out her journey to figure out her truth is kind of a journey I've been on since losing him. So I was the person that cared about every little single thing that people thought about me, how I looked, how I appeared, my success, if I had a house, what kind of car I drove, making sure to post every freaking vacation all over Facebook so people knew I was doing well. And when I lost him, it was the sudden realization that there is not enough material things in this world to supplement the loss, the love, and the warmth you get from people. So I would give everything I have. I'd live under a bridge if it meant I could see him one more time. So I'm on a journey to figure out myself and what makes me tick and what makes me smile so that I don't fall down a hole. And I can honestly tell you the friendships I have made supplement that warmth and that love that I would normally get from him. I have friends I can text on the second and be goofy with and sassy and sarcastic, and it's awesome. It's amazing because that's what I would do with him, except now I have a whole bunch of people I can do that with, even though I lost him. So there's always a silver lining. There's always something positive, even on our darkest of days. And that's why this grown adult has this fascination with Elsa, who I look nothing like, but her character speaks volumes to me, which if y'all are Disney people, you know there's one character that you're like, why as an adult this has happened to me? So I get back out there and run because I took a little longer than I thought, and I need to get back home. So I'll see y'all at the end of this run. Hopefully, we'll be good. Alright, y'all, that does it for today's runs, for today's miles. So today is Wednesday, so we will see you tomorrow for week 4, run 2. And they had to double up today because I didn't do yesterday's run Tuesday, so we'll see you all tomorrow. Hopefully no camera malfunction. We are walking to our mailbox, so today's recording is obviously not for my run. I just didn't really feel like taking the camera with me on the runs I did do. It just, as y'all know, Wine and Dine canceled, and it's hard and it's tough to keep having our races canceled over and over and over again. So Kimball did not come with me, and walking to the mailbox today, ooh, that was not fun. There's almost an accident on my street. I didn't record it. So yeah, my thoughts on Wine and Dine canceling. It was coming. I kind of figured it would happen. I just was wishing it wouldn't. So I don't know if that makes sense, but from what I've heard, it was full registration. So that means that no adjustments were made. So it's a lot of people. And just 1 second. So, lots of feelings on Wine and Dine. Knew it was coming. Still not happy about it. Just want to run more places. Kind of kills your motivation to keep training because you don't know if Dopey's actually going to happen. Because we seem to be getting worse, not better. But I've decided to running for me and what it does for me, and if it happens, it'll be a bonus, and if it doesn't happen, then at least I know I'll be ready for that run once it does happen, and I'll be stronger and I'll be better for it, and I won't have to start over because I've done that before. I've given up and I've quit, and it's not fun starting over. I was at the top of my running game and I gave up, and then I started running again and I got injured, so yeah, lost that. Sorry, had to pause because I saw the biggest lizard in life. I don't like lizards, I don't like them near me, I don't like them around me, so closing out week 4, we move on to week 5. So tomorrow I will start running again on schedule, and again I will keep on running like we're gonna run Dopey, and if we don't, then we don't. And that's gonna be that. So see y'all next week or I guess tomorrow. See y'all tomorrow for week 5. But channel-wise,